I used to work nights at a small-town university library. It wasn't glamorous, mostly reshelving books, checking the study rooms, and making sure no one slept in the stacks. But the building had one rule everyone took seriously: never go down to the archives after midnight. Not professors, not janitors, not even security. They all avoided that place like something lived down there. The first few nights I didn't think much of it. Every old building has some creepy superstition, right? But on my third week, I met the dean for the first time. He wasn't like the friendly administrator type you imagine. He looked tired, pale, eyes sunken like he hadn't slept in months. He stopped me as I was leaving my shift and said, "If you ever hear someone calling your name from the archives at night, don't answer. Not even once." Then he just walked away like he hadn't said the most deranged thing I'd ever heard. I thought he was joking, until the night it happened. I was finishing up, turning off lights one section at a time, when I heard it. Faint, drawn out. My name, coming from the stairwell that led to the archives. I froze. My first instinct was to tell myself it was the janitor. Maybe a prank. But something about the voice felt wrong, like someone trying to imitate a human but not understanding how emotion works. It was flat and weirdly slow. It called my name again, this time closer. Against every logical thought I had, my body moved toward the stairwell like someone was gently pulling me forward. I didn't realize I had reached the top of the stairs until I felt the cold draft wafting upward. There were no lights on down there, just a black open mouth leading underground. I stood there, holding my breath, listening. Then the voice spoke again, but now it wasn't calling me. It was whispering, "Come help me. I'm hurt." My stomach dropped. I had heard distress calls before. This wasn't one. It was too steady, too calm, like whoever said it didn't understand panic but wanted to pretend. I reached for the light switch by the stairwell, except it wasn't working. I flicked it again. Nothing. That's when I noticed something else. The voice wasn't echoing. Every sound in that stairwell echoed, even footsteps. But the voice just floated up clean, like it was standing a few feet from me. I backed away slowly and shut the stairwell door. For the rest of the shift, I stayed near the front desk, every light on, scrolling through my phone just to keep my mind busy. Around 3 a.m., the dean walked in. At that hour, no warning, no expression. He didn't even ask why I looked like I'd seen a ghost. He just asked, "You didn't go down there, did you?" I told him no. He nodded once and said, "Good. It'll try harder next time." Next time, I wanted to ask what he meant, but he left as quickly as he came. The following night, I called in sick. No way I was dealing with whatever that was. But when I came back the night after, things got worse. Halfway into my shift, the fire alarm suddenly blared through the building. The panel said the trigger came from, of course, the archives. Protocol said someone had to verify there wasn't an actual fire before the system cleared. Security wasn't on duty yet. Janitors had gone home. That left me. I grabbed a flashlight and forced myself to the stairwell. The light switch still didn't work, so I had to aim the flashlight down into the stairwell. It barely cut through the dark, like the blackness down there swallowed the beam. I stepped down one step, then two. The temperature dropped instantly. My breath fogged in front of me. Another step, then something whispered behind me, right behind me. "Why didn't you come help me?" I whipped around with the flashlight, nothing there. But the voice wasn't coming from below anymore. It was at ear level, beside me, too close. I sprinted back up the stairs, slammed the door, and dragged a study table across it. The alarm stopped on its own about a minute later. I didn't go home after that. I waited in the parking lot until sunrise. The next morning, I quit, sent an email, and never looked back. A week later, I got a message from one of the student workers who still worked night shifts. She said the dean had been asking about me. Not in a friendly way, and more like he was irritated I had left so suddenly. She ended the message with, "By the way, we heard something weird last night. Thought you should know." I asked her what she meant. She said they were shelving books when they heard someone whispering from the stairwell. And it wasn't calling her name, it was calling mine.